Santa María, nuestra Dios del cielo, santificado sea tu nombre. Santa María, nuestra Dios del cielo, santificado sea tu nombre. Santa María, nuestra Dios del cielo.
Luz y progreso y gracias a la misericordia. This is Sancista Luis. I'm doing a video today because a lot of people ask me, actually no, forget about the asking me part. A lot of people go to Misas Espirituales, and I noticed that they don't bring a lot of things to the Misas Espirituales or Sesiones or Veladas Espirituales. Traditionally, in the olden days, the Espiritistas and all that who were invited to Misas and to Sesiones or to Veladas Espirituales would often bring their own things. So what I'm going to show you is a simple spiritual emergency kit. And what you're going to need first of all is a nice bag. Doesn't have to be white. This is the bag that you're going to keep, and this is the bag that you're going to have to keep all your spiritual products, so that if you're invited to a Misa, if you're invited to a Velada, if you're invited to a Sesion Espiritista, you have everything in your bag. You're ready to go. You don't have to go running around. Use what you got to use and put away what you don't use. Don't take out what you don't need, but you have it at hand. And these are just the basic things, you know, when you go to a Misa Espiritual or to a Velada Espiritual. But before I go into that, I want to say that make sure that if you are part of a Misa Espiritual, try to be dressed in light colors. Don't go in street clothing. Light colors, at least in the Puerto Rican tradition, in the Cuban tradition, and in Brazilian traditions, we dress in white when we do Misas Espirituales and Veladas and Sesiones. So we always try to dress white or in light colors, try to be clean and try to be purified. One thing that you're not going to bring in your bag, of course, is try to make an offering of flowers to, if you're going to a house and you were invited to una velada, or so bring some, you know, white carnations, which is very affordable and very beautiful and accepted to the spirits. So that's one thing that you can bring to your Misa Espirituales. Now, in your bag, and this is your bag, it's empty. You're going to keep everything and it's going to be on the go. First thing you're going to need is your, depending on the house where you're from, you're going to need your libros espirituales, your spiritual books, the books that are used in, this is Oremos, this is Oraciones Escogidas, there's 2 copies. La Fe en la Oración. I make sure that I always bring these books into Misas and Veladas. So, Cantos para Misa y la Piedra. Okay? So that, of course, goes into your bag. Keep it in a nice, safe location. So that's one thing that you want to bring into your Misa Espirituales if you're invited. You know, because you wouldn't believe that a lot of times people get invited to misas and all that, and I don't know, sometimes the Espiritista does forget. So you want to have that in your bag so that you can, you know, collaborate. Another thing, please bring your tabacos. Okay, bring your tabacos. They could be cigars. They don't have to be expensive cigars. They can be any cigars. Depending on your spirits, you should know your spirits. If you work spirits, if you don't, just bring tabaco. Or, you know, depending on the spirit that you have, you know, your spirits should know. I'm trying to get it so you can see. You know, your spirits should know what kind of, you know, tabacos you like. So, of course, that's going to go into your bag. Another thing that you want to bring to Misa Espirituales is your spiritual colognes. Okay? So, you know, I'm going to turn this light off because it's showing too much light. Give me 1 second. A little bit better, I'm sure. Sorry about that. So, bring your spiritual colognes. I don't know if you can see this. You can have an array of spiritual colognes. There's Agua Florida, Agua de Ruda, okay? It depends on the spirits that you know your spirits and what kind of colognes they use. So you want to make sure that you have the colognes that your spirits like. Of course, that goes into your spiritual bag. Make sure they're nice and tight. If they've been open or used, make sure that your books are well protected by, I don't know, covering it up with a plastic bag. Another thing that you can bring to Misa Espirituales, let's start with el carbón, charcoal. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. charcoal. You can bring charcoal to a Misa Espiritual. Doesn't mean you're going to use it, but it'd be nice if, you know, just in case the Espiritista or el presidente de la mesa forgot, or Sancista, that there is some. Usually they won't forget. They usually have it, but it's good to have in your bag. A little baggie full of your incense. In here I have myrrh, I have frankincense, I have dragon's blood. I think I have copal in here. So, you know, you want to have, and they're all resins. Okay, so you can fill a bag of, you know, little baggies and then put into a bag, seal it up, and into your bolsa espiritual. Another thing that you want to have, I don't know if you can see it, is your cascarilla. Okay, we use this a lot in Misas Espirituales, so you want to make sure you have your cascarilla. Okay, so again, that goes into your bolsa espiritual. I don't know if you can see this. Alcanfor. Alcanfor is another product that you can bring to Misas Espirituales and all that. Again, this is your Espiritista emergency kit. Bring a collection of candles. You know, these are velas de centavos. I'm going to drop one. Velas de centavos, you can bring that. Also bring a 7-day candle, okay, to your Misa. But in your emergency bag, you can place these in a little baggie, and you're going to place them also into your bag. Only got one of these. Anil, okay? Bring some anil. You can bring some anil. Doesn't mean you're going to use everything that's in this bag, but at least you have it. If they need it, you're prepared. It's there. So bring some anil, okay? Another thing that you want to bring is some spiritual oil. This is Abre Camino. Okay, so you can bring that spiritual oil into, you know, if you need some spiritual oil, if the spirits need some spiritual oil, whatever it may be, but you have some aceite Abre Camino or aceite espiritual. Okay, so that's going to go into your bag. Another thing that you're going to bring into your bag is wooden matches. Okay, make sure you have a little box of wooden matches to light your tobacco, to light the incense, to light the carbon. So please bring, you can have in your bag for emergencies, you know, for anything that's spiritual, but you want to have your matches. And if you're going to bring that, why not bring a little metal container where you can light your incensios. Okay, so you can bring one of these along, and that will go also into the bag. That to the side right now. Another thing you're gonna bring, or you can bring, is a bottle of holy water. Never purchase holy water. Collect that at a Catholic church, but you can bring a bottle of holy water. Okay. Very important for Misas and Sesiones. That's going to go into your bag. Another thing that you're going to bring is a libreta, a notebook. Okay? Every medium, or every Espiritista, or every person that goes to a Misa Espiritual, a Velada, or a Sesión should have a libreta, a notebook. Sometimes Espiritistas, depending on your development level, they receive la clave espiritual. I don't know how I say it, automatic writing or drawing, and sometimes you get messages and you want to write down these messages. And also there should be a person assigned to write down everything that the Spirit is saying to everybody. Believe it or not, you wouldn't believe how many people forget to bring notebooks. Please bring your notebooks. Please bring a pen. Write down all the information that's being said. Make sure that if a spirit is talking to a certain individual, that the name of the person is being written down, and all the information that you can write is being written down. Sometimes it's overwhelming, a Misa Espiritual, a Sesion Espiritual, that you do forget what the Spirit is saying, what the spirits are saying to you. So again, write down the information, or if you receive una clave espiritual, again, If you get messages, sometimes you get messages, you know, and you just want to write them down, jot it down, because you will forget. You know, misas can go, sometimes they're beautiful, they're always beautiful ceremonies, traditions, but sometimes they can go a little crazy and you will forget. So try not to forget and try to have notes down. So please bring a pen and a libreta, a notepad. Again, that goes into your mochila, your spiritual bag, your spiritual emergency kit bag. Lastly, or the last two things that I like to bring is always try to bring your paños espirituales. Okay? Make sure they're nice and clean. Make sure they're white for your Misas Espirituales when we're working with the ancestors, when we're working with the spirit guides, which reminds me, I might do another video with these, but anyways, when we're working with Misas Espirituales, white, okay, for the ancestors. So you want to bring un pañuelo espiritual. They call these in el pañuelo espiritual, or the paño is called a mushwa in Haiti, and in 21 division is una fula. Okay, so bring your paños espiritual. You can bring it into your bag. Another thing is that if you don't know, if this is the first time that you're going to a house that you don't know anybody, you want to protect yourself. You know, spirits can be, you know, tricky things. You have some spirits, depending on the tradition of Espiritismo. A lot of Espiritismo is a mixture of other traditions. And if you come from a house that is Mesa Blanca, Espiritismo Criollo, you might not understand these forms of other different Espiritismos. So bring, this is what we call, this is what you do, you would tie it around your waist to protect your cuadro espiritual. If you don't want to mount, if you're in a place that you don't know nobody, first of all, you shouldn't go to a Misa Espiritual first without being invited, and second, without going with a trusted friend, a trusted teacher, a spiritual group that you know and that you trust well. Don't be going to these places by yourself, you know, but always have one of these, just, you know, marrártelo, tie it around your waist. If you don't want to work the spirits, not everybody works the spirits, but if you don't want to receive los corrientes o los fluidos espirituales, bring one of these along. Always have it in your mochila. So these are just simple things that you can bring to a Misa Espiritual. This is the bag, it's nice and full. Always keep it to your side. Keep it where, keep it to your side. Make sure that a trusted friend has, you know, it's always visible or next to your chair, respectively. Bring flowers. Always bring flowers to a Misa Espiritual. Dress white, dress clean, dress pure. And one last thing that we should all bring is a donation. You know, Espiritistas put a lot of work into Misas and Veladas Espirituales, and the least we can, and most in Puerto Rico, these veladas and these Misas Espirituales are free. You know, they're free to the public. Levantamos causa, trabajamos, elevamos espíritus, we elevate spirits. So most of these in a Centro or a Templo Espiritista, these are free public events, and so bring a little donation. You know, sometimes they pass a little donation basket, or they have a donation basket on the altar. You know, bring $5, whatever you can. It doesn't have to be a crazy amount. A lot of Espiritistas trabajamos la obra de la caridad. We that's the way we work it. So, you know, bring a little bit of donation. Anyways, if you have any questions about your little spiritual emergency kit, if this is mine, you can zipper everything up. You can use any bag you want. All the items might not be here. Some, you know, depending on the house, some traditions use different items than what I added here. But these are the essentials that you're going to use in a Misa Espiritual. Lock it up, keep it safe, okay? And of course, it's going to be, not figuring this out. Sorry about that. Anyways, just keep your bag where you can see it, where someone can trust. You know, someone that you know is trust. If there's something missing in a Misa Espiritual, you have it there. Just pull it out. You know, make sure you have everything. This is Sancista Bruja Liz. If you have any questions, please ask. Please subscribe. Please hit the like button. Please share on Facebook, on your social media, Twitter. And this is Sancista Brujo Luis. Much love, much respect. Santo Sanse.
Santa María, nuestra Señora, santificado. Santa María, nuestra Señora del cielo, santificado sea tu nombre. Santa María,